back here. You hear me? I'm just gonna make sure you can hear me. Yes, you do. Hmm. I got you. I got you. What's going on? How about now? Trying to figure it out. What's going on with my audio? This always shows up a background noise, which is very annoying. So, how about now? Excuse me. How about now? Oh, better. You see that? That's way better. Excuse me. How about now? Oh, better. You see that? That's way better. Look, I had a really, really, really long day. You know, I wanted to watch some stuff, but I wanted to start these earlier, but I couldn't because it was just a long, very day, very long day, and I mean, as soon as I got home, I took a shower. I kind of did a little bit of emails, and while I was running with this live on Rumble, want you to understand that I'm always trying to keep myself active, okay? And right now you're seeing in the bottom of the life a banner. That banner is gonna be where I'm gonna show what do I do with my buddies. Okay? So let me see the speaker. Because I already got the volume down. And I don't want this stuff to act up. Alright. That's good. Cool, 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 cool. So yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go through. Let me double make sure again with my audio, man, because I just don't want to have the background from here. We're gonna go through. Let me double make sure again with my audio, man, because I just don't want to have the background from here. We're gonna go through. Let me double make sure again with my audio, man, because I just don't want to have the background. I see it. Testing, testing. We're gonna go through. I see it. Testing, testing. I see it. Testing, testing. It's annoying. All right. I know I'm gonna have this kid saying something about Stream Boot. Yes. I'm gonna stop this. So hold on a minute. All right, you hear me? How about now? All right now, bro. It's annoying, dude. Hold on. No. Okay, let's go. All right. So the only thing that I just don't want to have is this silly audio stuff going on. So I'm gonna use it in the microphone here, and I just don't want to have it just like I did before. You hear me? Let's test it, test it, test it once again. Just like I did before. You hear me? Let's test it, test it once again. Just like I did before. You hear me? Perfect. All right. So I know what's going on. So we've been seeing a lot of stuff, okay? Social media and all the platforms, the news, your Telemundo, Univision. You had all these people here telling you stories. Oh, everything going on in the country is bad. The Pope came out saying that the war is bad. It's not war. It's defense. It's defense. Okay? And not just that, we all saw how there are Artemis 2, the the astronaut came back to Earth. So, and now a lot of people are saying that there was cables and stuff. I mean, yes and no. It's the only people's decision. But if you have any ideas, of course, people will try to. How can I describe it? I can describe it as a pervert everything. Precisely. I mean, it's just how it is. Most of the people are just gonna go. They they're gonna try to figure out how to hijack some stuff. That's another proper word to say it. For example, a car. Who knows? You know. So a plane. You modify it. Phones, laptops, computers. It's just how it is. Okay. So people now they're saying that the mission on the moon it was something made up, like now, now. And I don't think that there's a proper thing to do at the moment because we certainly have, I mean, we have new branch. And whether it's true or not, don't you think that you are being prepared for something? I legitimately believe that the mission was successful. It was good. It's legitimate. But of course, there's gonna be people doing some cinematic things. I mean, just think about this. The images are free, are live, okay? And after the mission that was just deployed, don't you think that who runs this cinema industry? Who runs that? Who runs the TV? And in the TV, what do they project you? Drama, right? Most of it negativity, fake news. And then we'll, lo and behold, we find out the who runs it, which party runs it. And do you think that they can just twist the footage of such videos? And they can just sum it in, adding some CGR stuff? Because to me, I seen a rocket launch. The rocket launched. And then you go to the patio and you see it from the distance. I personally saw it. I saw the rocket from far beyond. I'm like, bro, that is amazing. I mean, but people, conspiracy theorists, those who are paid off from just one news or edit me this video, don't you think they have people just like in the company, random knows where, in their cubicles, sitting in a laptop, creating some articles against whoever, just like Take Brother. They start inventing stories, misogynist, things like that. They can even they get paid for that. All right, so pretty much, and I use that. They could use that on anything, anything. Wow, this microphone is way powerful than the one I bought. My computer's microphone is way better than the one that the microphone I bought for a studio. I'm being realistic. I mean, I know there's like noise reduction, but this one has open noise. Hold on. The echo and cancellation and the noise suppression. Yeah, so something in the back. I can even hear when I'm scratching my skin. You hear that? Very sensitive, very powerful microphones on your laptop. So anyway, what is going on right now? Our president here in America is doing an excellent and precise job. Oh, you don't like Donald Trump. You do not like Donald Trump. Okay. One thing is being British, and another thing is being civilized. Because that is an ideology that is causing a big fail impact and indoctrination to the young minds, to the youth, the future generations that are coming ahead. Because no politician is forever. They're not gonna last forever. No businessman is gonna last forever. They're just in one spin. Okay? But meanwhile, they have to have their process. That's what I call. But most of the people they just start doing some prudish mentality, propagating it to the world, and the president is taking action, trying to. He's in quarantine. He's having Earth in quarantine, whether you like it or not. That's what our president is doing. The president of the United States is taking care of the country because if he wouldn't, let me clarify this. If he wouldn't take action overseas, remember the $100 bill when you flip it one side to the other, you would have that missile prediction just like the Twin Towers and the $20 bill. And who would have been responsible for that? Iran. Look, I'm nobody for most of you out there, okay? But that's what would happen. But now everybody's so preoccupied. Oh, we're worried. No war. In the name of the Jesus. I'm not doing that. In the name of whoever. No, we don't want war. Bro, the Pope is saying he don't want war. God does not bless it. Look at the man who's surrounding the Pope. Who is surrounding that Pope? Don't you see his bodyguards? If you get closer to him or somebody tries to jump to the Pope, guess what's going to happen? Violence is going to happen to the person who's trying to jump on the Pope. If he's so powerful to have peace in the world, why does he need these people taking care of him? Because this world is full of violence. To have peace, you need violence, whether you like it or not. It's like I explained, let's say for the mafia, let's put it in his panorama. The mafia. Okay? So you go to the streets, and then you have your the people selling whatever in their block. Let's put it like that. And then there's another guy from another block is trying to sell crap in your block. And then your your group of people, okay, from your mafia side. They're gonna say, well, we're gonna warn this guy to stop selling the crap in our block. And what happens if he don't listen? You can implement violence. So if he does not listen verbally, you're gonna implement violence. So you have your peace out in your minding your business in your block. So as many people does it. He's one of the people they just don't understand. And some of the guys they just like, oh, it's just one big circus. This is politics. And I'm like, whatever. Meanwhile, we're not gonna have nukes in America because whether you they would Trump would have take care of action of or not. Just imagine, bro. Just imagine. Oh, imagine the cackle in the office. Hey, Hamala, Hamala Karis, we're having Iranians all over America. What's going on? Is he gonna be like drinking? Yeah, I'll think about it. Think about it. Yeah. But don't you see we're having nukes? Like they're ready to launch. Cackling at air, bro. Who? I mean, we would have pronouns at the office with every single body listening to what they say. If you wouldn't listen, you're cooked. I'm being realistic.
It's like having a girl in your house that she just cock you, man. That's how bad it would be. And unfortunately, last administration they just turned girls or their wives or women against their men. Most of it. They're poisoned. There's nothing you can do for them. There's nothing you can do. So we're gonna dive on X, TikTok, to see what the heck is going on. Because I was just like kind of away from this panorama, man. I just want to clarify that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm speaking what is just out there. Okay, I do not monetize for this video. I'm just here sharing the content, having a little bit of questions around. I always question everything, and you should be doing the same. You cannot be just like sitting with your popcorn. Just dive in and get out. That's all it is. And I do it in my spare time. Sometimes I leave 3, 4 hours because I'm doing this, and I want you to be around here with me. Okay? So I just see some reactions here. Figure it out and stuff. I don't know was the last time. We're gonna go here. Next. There we go. Oh, I saw something. So the president made an emergency announcement. I want to. Let's see. Today at 6 p.m. No, it was April 12th. Something big is going on. Is going to happen in Iran. Wait, what? Have I shared? Hold on. Hold on with this. Hold on with this. Just do. We're gonna go here. Yeah, stop that. Yeah, sure. All right, turn screen. All right, sure. There we go. Nice. So let's check it out. It's something quick. Seems like to be quick. Bro, this is trolling, bro. Oh, I see why. Better. Yo. Wait, what the? Why it's not, bro? That's crazy, bro. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Oh, this dude. Share Rumble Studio for a minute. Yeah, man, come on. That should be good. All right, better. All right. I don't get this stuff, bro. Let's be sharing that stuff. Let me see here. Make it secure. Say things about that. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see this stuff. Reload. Isn't that crazy? Sometimes I think they just like the actual actually I think like this group is doing that stuff, bro. They implement AI, so it just kind of switches from special Chrome because this laptop is one of the latest models. Um, it's just kind of trolling, bro. Let me see. Bro, this is crazy. Before you wouldn't have, it wouldn't be happening. But I think these guys they don't have audio on this video, man.
For the second time.
Yeah, you see, that stuff has no video, bro. I mean, that video has no audio at all.
Time in a week and a half.
That is just annoying, bro. It's just a waste of time. What just happened, bro? What the heck? All right, hold on. I was gonna put default. I'm gonna close that window. I come here. I'm gonna go sweep in the perimeter. Yeah, reload. We got reloaded. Look, my bad. All right, we're all humans, bro. We up. We f up. Let's see, because I want to see, bro. The best platform to speak about it is X, bro. Then I think through social too, but through social it's just like to announce, like Trump is gonna announce what's going on, bro. So let's see. This has no audio, bro. Of course. Even if I go up, this has no audio, bro. It's just people try to figure it out, bro, to get their views or whatever. Let's see what John says.
Has come out and viciously attacked myself and other prominent people that have warned about the Iran war being a total disaster, which has been proven to be. For the second time in a week and a half, President Trump has come out and viciously attacked myself and other prominent people that have warned about the Iran war being a total disaster, which has been proven to be. He calls me a low IQ loser and all the rest of this stuff. We can have a go. Now I'm fired, and he endorses the Democrat Party lawfare against me that the CIA and DOJ ran publicly and that the same groups that targeted him ran the Paul Weiss law firm that did a $40 million settlement with him last year and admitted to criminal activity. So he's now siding with the actual criminals. But let's talk about the bigger issue first here. Trump had a 56 approval rating 8 months ago when Doge was roaring and Elon was there and all the rest of it. Now he's got a 33. He's lost 80% of his support in independents. The Republicans are going to lose the midterms massively coming up in just 7 months. And even Susie Wiles has told him that and told the press all that this needs to stop. But he doesn't care. He is committing political suicide for our own movement. And he's turning against all the major pillars of the movement, blocking RFK Jr., trying to get rid of the poison shots all of a sudden, giving total liability protection to deadly glyphosate, Roundup. It goes on and on. So I don't support this new Trump. But this isn't about his attack on me. It's about the craziness of this when, even on his own Truth Social and in polls, it is wildly unpopular. And he has all these neocon sycophants that were his enemies and never Trumpers praising him and saying how great he is and that we all need to be arrested because we work for Qatar. Last year is held home. So here's where we are right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are at a crossroads, and Trump is committing political suicide. Use the Japanese term, seppuku. No one who has any brain cells can deny that fact. And as I said when this war started back on March 1st, it came out 5 days before that the intelligence agencies in the Pentagon gave him a report saying 92% chance this fails. Israel's lying to you. Iran's not about to attack us with a nuclear weapon. But he went with Netanyahu's lies and his Mossad chief's lies, who said the war could be won in 4 days and then Iran would fall. Now here we are into this almost a month and a half or more. We've been proven right. I'm a loyal American. I supported MAGA because so much good was done compared to the Democrats. This is a new Trump. And it's so unhinged. He's the guy that had all these countless bankruptcies for casinos and hotels and, basically he's pump and dumps. But then he looks at me that was shut down by $1.5 billion judgment that tried to shut me down that was totally rigged. And now he's siding with the people that attacked him against myself and others. So this is the new Trump. He can't be this stupid. He's made some deal with the globalists up above it. No doubt the Rothschilds are his biggest bankers. That's on record. They're the financiers of most of his properties, not the Russians, the Rothschilds out of the UK. And he's sabotaging the midterms. This is a deal. He's not this stupid. And watch what happens in 7 months with the midterms. That is the facts. But he's all saying, I'm fired. Fired from what? I'm not ever needing access to Trump. I don't, at the end of the day, care about what Trump thinks about me. I wanted Trump to be good. I wanted his policy to be good and not turn against what he stood for. But I'll tell you this, we are shutting down May 30th because the Texas receiver is cutting off, the satellites and everything. We have the Alex Jones Network at AGN Live on X, right here at Real Alex Jones, on Rumble. Same radio stations will pick it up. All of it will have a new news site we're going to announce very soon. People will find us. We'll continue on. Truth is, our numbers are bigger than ever. What we're saying is popular. 80+% of Americans are against ground troops, 70+% against this war. Trump is not out of touch, though. He is run by the Israel lobby. I knew they influenced him before, but it's just a fact now. They brag about it. And that's where we are. And so we shouldn't have foreign powers running our country, our foreign policy, our domestic policy. It's just so sick. And I told Trump, if he keeps attacking his base, I don't want to attack him, but we have to because it's so crazy what he's doing, and it fits into the larger picture. So I'll be filing some detailed reports here in the next few days on all of this. Look for more right here on Real Alex Jones on X, at the Alex Jones Show here on Rumble. Be sure and follow us here. And just God bless you all. Let's pray for President Trump to hopefully wake up. But I don't think that's going to happen. We have to continue to promote nationalism, conservatism, Christian basic freedom, constitutional government, free market capitalism, and support the great work of Elon Musk and others and the good Republicans that are out there that are absolutely horrified by this. I talked to a lot of people in the cabinet, in the government. They're all completely freaked out. That's how I get a lot of information, trying to get Trump back on track. Charlie Kirk thanked me for trying to stop the last Iran war. But back in June of last year, no one was going to lead to this. He thanked me for pressuring Trump publicly to release the Epstein stuff because that was the right thing to do. Plus, it's unpopular not to. That is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. And so people are trying to make this a popularity contest. Ooh, the president said you're not cool. You're crying. No, I'm crying over Trump destroying MAGA and really derailing our America First agenda. But it's okay. He just rode in on this wave. We'll keep fighting. There's a global awakening. The tide is turning against the tyrants. And that's just the facts. So we'll continue to fight here as I've done for 32 years. And I'll continue to stand up for Team Humanity. Thank you so much. And God bless you all.
Bro. Okay, I'm just gonna say something, man, about this video with Alex Jones. Alex Jones has been having a lot of backlash because what he said about, well, last video we read what Trump said about him. But it makes me think that I saw a video with Trump, getting the little Israeli. I forgot the name. It's too late, man. I forgot the name. Excuse me. When he met with the Israeli religious leader and he touched the wall. That's the video I saw yesterday. Whether it's one party or other, some of them that will implement their agendas. Because that's what it is. It's just the agenda. It's just like everything. So it's just what it is. I don't think the person is doing something wrong here. Because, listen, like I said before, and I'm going to keep reminding you, the Iranians, they've been bombing each other. And we're sending rockets to each other with our Israel. Okay? And that's not a good thing for a long time. Then now, they were speeding up their nuclear weapons. Can you just imagine what would be happening if they would have enriched it to send an intercontinental rocket somewhere? I mean, they were this close. And even Qatar Prince, he said it. They were in one of the videos. He got interviewed. I think it was 60 minutes or something. 60 minutes. And the journalist said, do you think that, oh yeah, because she said that Prince of Qatar call Ayatollah the new Hitler. I said, why? Because he would have, he wanted to start everything for himself, He wanted to start his own everything in that area. And of course, I mean, this is nothing that President Trump wanted to have for himself, like to get it done because he wanted to. Of course, there's a lot of people he met. I mean, don't you freaking think, I am Donald Trump? This is what most of people said. Most of libtards. I am Donald Trump, and I will do whatever I want with the world. No. He specifically wanted to take care of Iran by destroying their nuclear facilities. And also, don't you think other nations around Iran said something? It's like when you have those employees and one of them is the problematic one, but you still need him because he's so good. And then the other employees comes to you and they kind of conspire. Well, hey, hey, just watch that guy. He's just doing not good things. Please. What is that telling you? I can listen even myself sipping my drink. They're gonna switch. Um, I think I'm gonna switch the microphone. Let me see if this microphone works much better. Hold on. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to see if it works. Hold on. I just don't want to have that annoying thing going on. All right, hold on. Hold on. Let's see if I can do it. Can you hear me? Better. Hey. Better. That's good. Wow. No. Same dummy microphone. It's the same dummy microphone I have. How about now? Better? Yeah. This ain't crap. Hey, yo, that's crazy. Hold on. See, my laptop, where's another hole to put it in there? Nah, bro. No. I got a secret weapon here. This guy. Oh boy. There you go. Let's see. It's working. Let's test it. You hear me? Better. Testing. That doesn't even. That's not even work. I gotta try something better. Because I don't want to listen myself in this. Yo. I do not want to listen to myself here. Hold on. It's kind of annoying, this microphone thing, man. Yes. Hold on. Something cool. Anyway. Hold on. I gotta do some once. All right. Let's see what's going on. You hear me? No, that's not good. Gotta do this. I don't want it. I have to.
Doesn't. Better? Can you hear me? All right, but now? Better? Okay. So, seems like everything is good. It's how it's supposed to. So, I guess it's the best method. Okay. Okay. It's the actual microphone. And it's the best choice. So let's keep trolling here. Says here, uncommon sense. It was the Iranians that backed down, not President Trump. Colonel Levitt. It was on April the 8th. Okay, let me see. Latest. Let's see what's going on because this is. Okay, the data center backlash is real. I'm going to the people are not taking their concern to polls. Okay, let's see. This is. Okay, these data centers are huge and visible. Next move to coming. Son of Satan 666. Bro, this is. Yo, hold on.
In tax breaks for data centers. The Facebook group in Independence, Missouri that was opposed to data centers had over 100,000 members. I've never seen anything like this. I've been tracking. People are pissed. Americans are pissed. They don't trust big tech. They don't like big tech. They don't like the fact that they've given up their privacy. They're suspicious of how big these companies are, and they're fighting back. And I think I mentioned, or I've written about this. I've already documented now. As you can see the terminal behind me. I just landed here. I'm headed to Torrington, Wyoming for a speech to an electric cooperative. But before I get my rental car, I wanted to just give a quick minute about the data center backlash, and in particular, what happened last week in Independence, Missouri. There were two council members who were running for election or running for re-election. One of them was running for the mayor's office. Both of them were defeated. And
hold on. Just look at that in the background. It's like a dome or something. Where it says, after this, Independence Council members supported NAIA data centers. Voters ousted them. Yo, this is crazy.
And they were defeated because they voted in favor of $6 billion in tax breaks for data centers. The Facebook group in Independence, Missouri that was opposed to data centers had over 100,000 members. I've never seen anything like this. I've been tracking land use conflicts for more than 16 years. I've never seen this level of anger. People are pissed. Americans are pissed. They don't trust big tech. They don't like big tech. They don't like the fact that they've given up their privacy. They're suspicious of how big these companies are, and they're fighting back. And I think I mentioned or I've written about this. I've already documented now through mid-April 72 rejections or restrictions of data centers in the U.S. just in the first 3.5 months versus 49 rejections or restrictions in all of 2025. It's incredible. This is a cultural backlash against big tech and data centers unlike anything I've ever seen. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I need to go get my rental car and head up to Wyoming. You know where to find me. I'm on Substack, robertbryce.substack.com. Thanks a lot. See ya.
Wow. Hey, look, I work in AI, and this stuff is coming here to stay. I'm just telling you, this stuff is not. It's not how you think that is the average servers. It's not like the way you think. Hey, yo. That is true. A lot of people, they need reality check. I'm being realistic, man, with that. Let's see. The real pandemic is how retarded everyone is. That is true. So true. You cannot even, bro. I don't get this. I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure that there was a lot of use. Since World War II, they just got relocated. They had to live somewhere, and even way before. Um, that is crazy. Same here. I don't think I'm not gonna understand at least.
ईरान चले गए, कैसे अमेरिका ने डंडा दिया और आप एकदम भागे भागे उनकी
Get out of here with that stuff. Not today. What, bro? I wonder who got paid to do this, bro. You can do this with any app, bro. Even Facebook. Yo, U.S. Poly. Yo, Dennis Koch. Ukrainian. Health. Look at this. Mental health. LGBTQ advocate. Paranormal and UAP. Bro, this. I'm falling asleep with that. It won't surprise me because look at he's the alphabet. It won't surprise me. He got these pose there. The heck? It's crazy, man. You don't want to do that stuff, bro. And the worst of it, they don't have a profile picture. I do put my chest. My profile picture is always in my profiles, man. I ain't not hiding my face, man. It's just the First Amendment, man. Everybody can do. Yo, that's crazy. It says here, never thought I could feel this level of disgust and embarrassment for my country. I thought I'm thoroughly embarrassed to be one American today. I'll use for today. The tiki torch wipes hard like a bunch of paranoid psychophonics killing their person. Bro, that's crazy. Hold on, let's see. Hey, yo, I'm not doing Instagram stuff. Let me see what's going on. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, yo. Look, I don't know if that has a video or not. I mean, video. Come on, bro. Anyway, let's go back. No time for that crap, bro. We're going here. SmackDown. Yo, that's Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace. Says nothing. Yo, these lifters, bro. Says here, Jesse, who does this is a retarded. I'm being realistic, yo. So prove how MAGA is still living today till the end. That's how united we're America when it comes down to Trump, man. We always not only get a superior culture, but the pampering and babying they were raised with as child. Bro. Alright. So she's a true patriot, okay? Right. She was like, yo, people imagine when they say patriot, when I say patriot, is the one that defends the country, defend your family, and have family core, family values, self integrity, self respect. You know, you implement wisdom everywhere. You know, you're a good trader. When I said that, you're a good business person to provide for yourself and your whatever entrepreneurship you're doing. That's not just being a business person, bro. It's not because Trump is a person. It just makes them that everything is just like because of him. No, he's just there. He earned it. I mean, he's been through a lot. Okay, and I'm still working like a 20-year older. That is just not. But these dudes, like nothing. Yeah, like nothing. Because you see yourself like that, you're nothing. Stop being antisocial. These people, they have never profile picture. They have no followers, just like five, counted with their fingers. And then say stop being antisocial. They just create this stuff, and then they put these multiply e's and letters. Perhaps how many profiles they have? Like one, two, three, four, five. Five more profiles. Perhaps six. Now seven. Seven profiles. I don't know. What do you think? You know, and they never have a profile picture. They just get here. It's like those guys from their cubicle. Perhaps he heard something and he crossed paths with this lady, Mila Joy. See? Look at the timing 11 hours. He crossed paths. He might be another person who knows her closely. And he got so mad. And he goes 1 hour. He just did that. But that would never have profile picture for sure. And not just that, being a patriot is like having your, I mean, Second Amendment. It's just like the right to defend yourself. You know, it's just what it is. because I'm gonna put you a video. Let's find a little bit of, because I wanna dive here in this, man. There's a famous video from Alex Collier, and I know I bring Alex Collier most of the time because you're gonna hear it. I want you to hear what he says. When you have no way to defend yourself, you have no rights, because behind a law or a amendment, yeah, anything in a paper that is in regards to the law, there's a weapon. Okay. And what happened if you do not obey the law? You get pew pew. Okay. You're gonna hear exactly what is happening. All right, let's go. I don't know. This guy, when he was younger, like in these videos, like here, he is he was just saying mad crap. We're gonna go through his videos, man. I love to watch his videos, bro. What he says. Hold on. Bro, I don't know. Freaking internet is just trolling at this time of night. Well, early in the morning, man. See, is there any video that is just like playing this stuff with audio? The heck? That is crazy, dude. Okay. I put this in higher audio, higher volume. It throws around. See? Now again, get the. Now we've seen these Karen again, bro. Heck is going on with the audio, bro? Yeah, I have that face now. Oh, bro. I'm gonna prep this. I prepped this live. This crap is going on. See? It's BS, bro. I'm gonna try to figure out another video, bro. Or just. Because the freaking internet is just doing that shit. Oh, now it work. See? Stupid. Let's see what's going on.
identical 70 million years ago. But Mars went through a huge catastrophe 69 million years ago, and even went through another war 1 million years ago. The ruins on Mars and all that, some of them are 65, 70, 80, 100 million years old. The face and all that is at least 1 million years old. Now, according to the Andromedas, the face belongs to a group of Orions. That complex was built by Orions. The pyramids were built by Orions. Now, I understand that there's all kinds of coding and geometrics that go with the pyramids, but according to the Andromedas, and this is something they've done in the past, and many other races do, when they find a planet that they want to inhabit or colonize, and its wobble is so irregular that they can't build anything on it because they don't know 1,000 years to the next whether or not it's going to be destroyed. What they will do to balance the rotation, the orbit of the planet, is put weights on it, like we do with our car tire. These weights are the pyramids. They put them at strategic locations to balance the rotation. This is why the Great Pyramid of Giza is located exactly dead center of all the Earth mass on the planet. It's a weight. That's what it was originally designed to be, was a weight to balance our rotation. So they would have some semblance of order here, that they wouldn't have to worry about it flipping around and orbiting and pole shifting whenever it wanted to, or wobbling so much like this, that the oceans would just change. You have questions? Yes, sir.
Pyramids on Earth are located in the same part of the hemisphere as the pyramids on Mars.
Yes. Yes, it is. But there are more pyramids on the Earth.
See how secure he's answering
There are a
everything?
lot in the ocean. Central America.
Right.
We have a lot of horses, almost 1.5 times land mass as well. Plus we have water, which in itself is an incredible amount of weight. I think we have 1.2 trillion square miles of water on the planet, which is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. It's 2/3 of the Earth, and less than 1% is drinkable. Another question. Somebody else? Yes, sir.
Can you give us some of your background and how you came into all this information, et cetera, et cetera?
Yes. I guess it's time for that.
Bro, he's gonna
My
say how
contact
he
started when I was
get
8
all
years
that
old.
info.
I was on a family picnic in Woodstock, Michigan, which is in the upper northern peninsula. I did not remember the contact until I was at the age of 14. I knew, and my parents knew, that something had happened and the other folks. We went out to play hide and go seek, and the grass was very tall. It was in August.
Apparently, we were all copper-based. All of our physiology was based on copper. We were all blue bloods. Okay? We were all royalty.
All right,
in fact, we still are. It's just that our physiology is not.
I'm gonna make a video about this guy watching TikToks of him because I truly think that we have to go through that stuff, bro. These guys talking real legit stuff, bro. That everybody just hiding. All right, technically they are getting distracted with your "Oh no, you baby, baby." So dumb. Hold on. There's a way where he explains like you have no rights when you're weapons. All right, let's see this. You talk about it. That's the guy. He said that this one has much more views. Hey, yo. Are we going through this? No way.
They do not support the one world government based on greed, corruption, and professional politicians, which is what we have now. You know, their opinion is that if we were truly to form a one world government for the benefit of all people, it would be based on our Constitution and Bill of Rights. And in fact, they're trying to shred those. The UN Charter is it's a corporation, and we become resources, a natural resource of that corporation, and that's all you are, is a natural resource. There's absolutely no recognition of divinity that you are, none whatsoever. You're a number.
What state?
Bro.
What is the best state? What state to be in when all this happens?
Actually, the best way to be out of the United States. But we're going to stick it out.
Why do you say out of the
Listen.
United States?
Because the United States
God, listen to this.
is the most corrupt nation in the world.
You see what it said? The United States is the most corrupt nation in the world. I mean, in other countries, man, same happen. Okay? But you were born already with that. You cannot ask questions. And when you do so, you get pew pew or beaten or nobody will find you. And you have to conform because your neighbor saw what they happened to somebody else. If they do the same, they're oppressed. But here in America, you can ask, you can question everything and say, hey, you know, why happened this? Why happened that? This is why the terms are just 4 years. Because something is one balance here, one the other goes above, the other goes down. It's just like that. You know, one party or the other, the dualism. And this guy is saying it here.
This is not easy for me to say. I love the United States. I have a 13-star flag hanging up in my wall at home. If you're in the United States, you're going to be affected by the Civil War. You're going to be affected by martial law. Martial law in the United States is not going to be in Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, or Peru, or Chile. It's going to be in the United States. Do you follow me?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. But we're going to be here. We're not going to bail. We'll just have it. Sure. You know, we've had it. We've been rebels. Television has inoculated us to be warriors. You know.
Yes.
You know, and you know, on an intellectual, on a mental level, there are a lot of sheep on an intellectual level in the United States. But if they were to come in and build a fence and try to imprison people inside a city, physically, blatantly, very few people would actually go for that here in the States. Very few. And the only way they can make this one world government work, is to do this. They can't keep us free. They can't allow us to be free. There's just no way. Plus, karmically, we're responsible for a lot of the stuff because we invited the Greys down here in the first place. But the Greys, their agenda is completely different. They want to enslave the world. They want to violate your free will. And that is a no. Now, if you give them your power, if you give it to them and say, okay, sure, fine, just make me safe. Just guarantee that I'll have a home and I can raise my kids and I'll give you all the power you want. Then you deserve.
Bro, he's talking like somebody important. This guy is talking like now. He's talking like somebody important. Listen to his sayings.
And there will be some who do that. And they deserve neither freedom or anything else if you give away your rights. And that's my opinion. That's why I don't do a good sheep. I never
Yo.
have. Yes, somebody else had it. Yes.
About a year ago, the various Border Patrol units went under a training program where they were testing and practicing with their surveillance technology from one side to the other. They spent, in a 10-day period, they spent 2 days learning how to keep aliens from coming into the United States. They spent 8 days keeping Americans from
Going into Mexico.
out. So they were learning. There was a big flap in the Border Patrol at that time. A lot of people wanted to resign. They felt that there was something sinister going on for them to even be confronted with that type of scenario.
Okay, let's talk about that. I'm going to loosen my tie. It's really hot in here. Okay, let's talk about that. Now, let's look at the idea that the United States of America is the #1 debtor country in the world. Now, the real portion of the United States, the legal portion of the United States, is only Washington, D.C., 68 square miles. Are you aware of that? That's the only true portion of the United States, 68 square miles. Now, since 1933, we started hearing the word democracy instead of republic. In school books, in magazines, this is done on purpose. There are huge differences between a democracy and a republic. In a republic, the chief rule of law is God, people, state, and then federal. Okay, this is a republic. To the republic for which it stands. Oops, that's supposed to be. Now, the democracy is absolutely the opposite. It's federal, state, it's people, God bless you, and then God. They do not support the one world government based on greed.
Yo, that's insane, bro. That is insane, bro. Imagine just you say we invited the Grays from when in the 1994 UFO hypothesis. He explains everything. He explains that they went with the Germans, but the Germans already out an agreement with the Nordics, Aryans. I don't remember, but these Nordics that were implementing like our race is dying. We can give you technology and stuff, but you need to be having it in secret. So say okay. So the Gestapo agreed, but when the Greys went with them, they say, "Hey, just get out of here. We already have an agreement here with somebody else." So then the Greys, which are like biological soulless droids, created by the Alpha Draconis, the reptilians, they went with the government at the time. I don't know, it was Roosevelt. I'm pretty sure, because it's when the Second World War was going on, and then start providing technology and stuff. Technology that we've seen in the past in documentaries and stuff. That is insane, bro. You need to take a look at some stuff from this guy, man. This guy here. Just follow these, brother. I'm gonna follow him.
Corruption and profession.
I just it. Crazy. At the point that Alex Collier says bunch of stuff, people don't want to listen to him. Here, this one. Oh, yo. Bruh. Let's go forward. Yo. Bruh. Let's see. The one right here. Look at this stuff.
Tell you that the Alpha Draconis are here now. Where?
There are 1,833 of them that have been living underground between 100 and 200 miles beneath the surface.
How they look, bro.
They've been here, some of them have been here a long, long time. They have lifespans that are thousands of years. They're carnivorous. They are not friendly to mankind, at least the ones that are here.
Are you saying carnivorous that eat humans?
Yes. And they won't eat a dead human. It has to be alive at the time of the killing. Their preference is children. And we've been told you shouldn't talk about that. Other people say, well,
doesn't that make you think that there should be an epic fury on Epstein files? I mean, hopefully YouTube doesn't get mad because I mentioned this. And I'm falling asleep. So we should have epic fury on that. I know there's still, because I know recently I seen JFK Jr. saying that the chemtrails that were like horrendously, there's no explanation, but that is true. And look at this. We have Alpha Draconis. Man. I don't know what's gonna happen, bro. But these guys, we have to have.
You better not talk about the reptilians. Bull.
In this interview, this man explains that the Alpha Draconis, they do have few humans in power. Having their glorious moments amongst the gods, as they claim themselves. That's why they want us to take the weapons away. They don't want the patriots. They don't want nobody to have weapons to defend themselves from whatever external source. You will defend yourself. You may cause some damage to something, but you will defend yourself and you defend your family. You have no rights if you don't have a way to defend yourself. So, and you're like President said, take me. I'm all yours. Like a weenie, like a hot dog sitting at the table, and you're looking at it like this. That's how it is, bro. And why do you say that they like Pee-wees? Or I'm not gonna say that because they either takes the algorithm, they take stuff. It's just how it is, man. It's been going. When I went to the pyramids and to Loom, I went to this pyramid and the cliff in Tulum, and the story from that pyramid is that the pregnant woman stand in two columns. They drop the baby into an ashes. Technically, they just give it birth, and the baby falls into ashes to the gods or whatever they used to believe in. That was just BS, bro. Those are rituals, bro. That is insane. And most of the people, when they go to vacation, they're like, "Oh my god, oh my god, wow, you heard that, honey?" And the simp hubby, yeah, baby, drinking their beer, burping, with no sense at all. They're like, what the heck these mayans they used to do that for? Who they used to adore? Who they used to worship? Oh no, but we have a president who's coming now, the only one man who's exposing all this, but he just cannot throw you a little pieces here and there. I'm gonna inaugurating the new branch of the United States of America. I'm not sure he speaks like that. I mean, he comes to the the Space Force. We're having the Space Force inaugurated. He did that 2016. What the heck? I'm just like nothing even new. It's just like, come on, man. And now he's talking about exposing and declassifying some stuff. I don't know. But the thing is that using my brain, because a lot of people they need reality check nowadays. I seen what McDonald's had, man. And I used to love those burgers, man. I really love those burgers. But all these isn't it coincidental, just kind of tying up and somehow it's just funneling. Like, look, we don't even know where that meat from ground beef is from. When I get the meat and it looks like glue it up to each other, I ain't eating that stuff. I don't even eat beef, like no more. Anyway, so all those files from Epstein is kind of funneling to why were they doing this with babies? This adrenochrome stuff, adrenochrome, that stuff. It just come on, bro. That is insane. That is just it's out of their mind. Go to the gym. What the heck you want to look younger for drinking that stuff? Go to the gym and then work out. And which party endorses that, or which party is on that, agreeing with that, defunding police, defunding everything as much enforcement for law enforcement. So we don't have any rights technically. If they take your weapons away, you won't do anything. I saw that happening with the Democrats. I mean, everything was just going that direction. Look at the influencers they got just jailed up because they were speaking. And this epic fury stuff and all that, isn't it coincidental that everything's happening while the president is saying that he's going to declassify stuff? Epstein files and stuff is kind of telling me that there's children missing through decades. It's been happening. And he says here in this interview that they have been given to these creatures who they eat them alive. Like, come on, man. It's just crazy. It is crazy.
Why not? According to the Andromedans, they're responsible for 31,712 children disappearing in the last 25 years from the United States. These children were food. And I'm supposed to just shut up and not say anything about it because people don't want to hear it? That's tough. That's tough. You know, Westchester County, in the last 5 years, 3,000 children in Westchester County, New York, have vanished without a trace. Where are they going? Why are we allowing this to happen? And why should people stay in denial about it?
Now, how are they able to do this? How are they able to? How are they able to? How are they able to
Listen.
do it? How are they able to come up out of this from underground and do it? Or do they have?
There are tunneling systems everywhere. They're being helped by the Greys, and also there are groups within the higher echelon that are actually helping them acquire this.
So human beings are abducting the kids and getting them to the Greys, who in turn give them to the Alpha Draconans?
That's right. That's part of the deal. They won't come up as long as we...
And look, he's been in front of my nose, but this is just BS. This is BS. Now, this stuff is just stupid. That is not true. Former Area 51. Who the heck does this stuff, bro? Was found on alive shortly after rebellion. Bro, this is from 1994. What the hell this guy is doing this stuff? Let's see who posts this stuff. World phenomena. BS. Yeah, he's right here. Get your facts straight. Alexo is still alive. That's true. He's old, but still talking. Still does lives.
Feed them down there. You understand? It's about human beings selling themselves out. The echelon attitude here, the needs of the few outweigh the needs of humanity.
That
And
is
sorry,
crazy,
that just
bro.
isn't right. You know, but it's going to have to be humanity that's going to rise up and take the stand. You're just going to have to turn off your televisions. They're going to have to get in their car. They're going to have to fire everybody in Washington, D.C. that knows and does nothing. And they're going to have to do something. You know, this apathy's got to end. Otherwise, the way we live is going to end.
Give me a second. All right.
Period. I mean, that's the bottom line. You know, and I'm not coming from a fear space. I'm really quite angry about the apathy and the fact that, you know, when people give lectures and try to tell this, people want to stand up and fight with them. Look at what's happening around us.
Yeah.
The indications are everywhere. Everywhere. The truth is now an obscure thing. You know, the lie is the norm. There's something wrong here. What's wrong with this picture?
Tell you that the Alpha Draconis are here now. Where?
There are 1,833 of them
right
that have been
about
living
this.
underground between 100 and 200 miles beneath the surface. They've been here, some of them have been here a long, long time. They have lifespans that are thousands of years. They're carnivorous. They are not friendly to mankind, at least the ones that are here.
Are you saying carnivorous, they eat humans?
Yes. And they won't eat a dead human. It has to be alive at the time of the killing. Their preference is children. You know, and we've been told, you shouldn't talk about that. You know, other people say, well, you better not talk about the reptilians. Well, you know, bull. You know, why not? According to the Andromedans, they're responsible for 31,712 children disappearing in the last 25 years from the United States.
That's in 1994. That is on YouTube. This is on YouTube, but this stupid message is not true. It's not real. That is insane, Joe. He is alive, and I'm gonna prove it to you. Alex Collier is still alive. Look at he's old. I'm gonna stop this because it's gonna take.
Apparently, we were all copper-based. All of our physiology was based on copper. We were all blue blood.
Hold on. It's kind of tweaking because the internet is just kind of crazy.
We are the sum total of 22 different extraterrestrial races.
That is him. He's old. See? He's alive. See? There's races, Pleiadians, the Mothman, Mantis, Moon Eyes, Nagas, Nordics, Men in Black, Lyrans. Bro, I identify myself with the Lyrans, bro. Everything I like is just the Lyrans. I mean, I like the Thundercats. I like felines. You know, that's even I like him, you know, the Lyrans. Corinthians, hybrids, Iguanoids, Janosians, Greys, the Greys short. And I watch this video and we're gonna kind of go. I gotta cut it up.
Everybody on the earth is from someplace else. None of us were born and hatched here. None of us.
We are the sum total of 22 different extraterrestrial races. Extraterrestrial races that have been here for hundreds of thousands of years, who have interbred with humanity and left offspring. Now, that's the physical. The spiritual aspect of who we are is even more enlightening and even more amazing. It's called the Blue Brain Project in Switzerland. They have combined Blue Brain Project. They have combined many different types of technologies, and what they have done is they have essentially created a type of MRI that can scan the entire brain. And I mean all of the intricate structures of the brain itself. What they have discovered is that some of us have in our brains fourth, fifth, sixth dimensional structures already in our brain. Now think about that. There are other people that they have done the same thing with that have 7, 8, 9 dimensional structures in their brain. Some have 10 and 11 dimensional structures already in your brain. Now you're a third density physicality, and yet in your brain you have multiple dimensional structures. Now, another best kept secret is that many children are being born with a third strand of DNA. Another incredible secret is that many people who have had near-death experiences are coming back, and when they come back, they have 3, 4, and 5 strands of DNA. There is a guy in Australia who was dead at 1 hour and 45 minutes, and he woke up in the morgue, and when they did an examination of him, he had 6 strands of DNA. We're talking about one of us. So, nothing we've been taught about ourselves is true. We haven't been told anything about who we really are. We are the sum total.
See? It's crazy. I'm gonna cut the video here. I hope you like it, check it out later. Just go back. Take care of yourself, okay? I'll see you perhaps tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be a little bit earlier with this stuff. Alright, take care of yourself. Stay Gucci, everything's cool, and